Welcome to Toffee Review, your source for all things Everton. I'm Jerry. There's Edward beside me. Yeah, he's totally beside me.
I'm missing a football game for this, so this better be good.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. So now's the time when we lend an ear to our fellow supporters.
Oh, this is going to be very good. I'm glad I'm missing the game now.
Here are the fans' thoughts. All right, we've got 3 questions coming to us from Facebook. Elliot, who is actually at... No, actually, this is from Instagram.
Oh.
Elliot at EJF_01, all right, on Instagram asks, who should Everton look to bring in, if anyone, in January? All right? Edward, you want to start?
No. Please. You go first.
All right. So I want to preface this by saying usually Everton don't purchase very much in January. Pretty certain that the club feels, as most other clubs feel, that there's not a lot of good value in January and prices go up because demand is up. And also the players don't want to, or the teams don't want to sell their best players in the middle of the season. So usually if you purchase in January, you're buying somebody who's not really playing. All right. Having said that, I think we're looking to upgrade 2 positions, and it's so predictable. All right. Striker, left-sided center back. Is this surprising to anybody?
Not really.
As far as your left-sided center back, who would you bring in, and who are we going to bring in?
No. I'm turning this round. You've started the point. You're gonna finish it.
Who would I like to buy? Gibson from Middlesbrough. That's who I want to buy.
You got that from me.
Hey, I've been saying it for a while. Just because we have the same opinion. But I also wouldn't mind Lemos from Las Palmas, all right, who we've been connected with for a while, all right? He's Uruguayan. I don't know. What I'm worried about is we'd have some similar, I think he might have some similar brain shutdown issues as Funes Mori. But it's also a risk because he's coming from La Liga. But who do I think we're going to buy? Vermaelen. Think it's in the cards. The fact that he's talking about us in the media, the fact that Barcelona, like at first he said, no, Barcelona wouldn't sell me. And now he's come out, and now the Spanish media has come out and said, oh, Barcelona will listen to offers. There just haven't been any acceptable ones. Okay? So apparently Barca do want to sell him. So I could see that happening because we need somebody. And I think he'll be a bargain. So you. Oh, no, sorry, that was the center back. You talk center back, and then we'll go striker.
If Funes Mori comes back and he hits the ground running, then I think we won't need one, to be honest. I don't think we will. And if he doesn't, though, if he doesn't do good, then pretty much I'm pretty much going to reiterate your opinions. I think with my heart, I'd like to say we get Ben Gibson. With my head, actually no, with my heart, I'd like to say Ben Gibson and Emerick Laporte. If you don't know him, check him out on FIFA.
Oh,
he's about 23, 24 years old, but he is really, really highly rated. And I feel like we could get him. With my head, I would probably say we're going to get someone like Vermaelen. But I don't want us going for Vermaelen because he was good for Arsenal. He's got Premier League experience, but I feel like he could turn into another Williams. You know, too old, not what we're looking for, lack of pace. We're meant to be going for younger, quicker players. I mean, apparently, according to Calvert-Lewin on a programme, Jagielka's one of the quickest centre-backs, or one of the quickest players in Everton, so maybe our pace problem is actually at the club. But, yeah, with my heart, Laporte, Ben Gibson. With my head, Vermaelen.
Okay, so... yeah, Laporte is a good player. Just the fact that he's been connected with City just immediately makes me think that he's not going to come here. I don't know. Good players you mentioned, though. And I like how you thought you had a monopoly on ever mentioning Gibson. You immediately were like, that's my idea. I was like, wait,
Mine.
I swear. I've been talking about him since the beginning of the summer. I didn't even know you. I promise. I'm looking on your paper. I'm cheating. So now target man or striker. So do you want to start this or do you want me to go?
No, you go.
It seems pretty clear to me that that Koeman wants one of his target men, you know? I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think Koeman really necessarily wants to get a pacey striker unless he recalls Onyekuru. I think it would be great to have a little bit extra pace in the squad, but the one thing we don't have, because we do have a little pace, we do have Calvert-Lewin up front, we do have Nias up front, okay? And Sandro is not slow. The one thing we don't have is someone who can come in late in the game and on a corner put one in the net. So I do think it's going to be a target man. I do think that's going to be what happens. And do not rule out us going back for Giroud, because I do think Arsenal still want to sell him. All right? And like we mentioned earlier, Dost, Jimenez, Babacar, I could see that stuff happening. I think we're going to go back for Giroud, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think, but whoever it is, if it's not him, I don't see Jimenez or Dost because I think they're asking too much. I think we'll get Babacar if it's not Giroud.
Which Babacar is it?
He plays for Fiorentina. I think he's from Senegal. Yeah, you've almost certainly played him on FIFA. But we put in a late bid for him in the summer, like a late end of window deadline day bid. But I think it was too late. But I think Walsh is going to have this sorted going in. Once they have their key targets, Walsh gets them sorted before the window even happens. And that's usually the way this stuff goes. Anyway, you, striker.
With my heart, I'd like to say... See, I personally would like to go with someone like Batshuayi. I mean, I signed him on my career mode. He's good. I mean, I know it's not like authentic and real, but FIFA, I think I paid around like 23 million for him, which I feel like is kind of like the price that they let him go for.
No, they'll ask more now. I really think that. Yeah, seriously. He started scoring goals.
Yeah, I'd like to get Batshuayi. I'd like Werner. Werner seems like a really good player.
He's great.
Abubakar maybe from Porto.
Yeah.
Who else? Welbeck. So any of those four: Werner, Abubakar, Batshuayi, and Welbeck. Any of those four, I'd be happy with. Who I think we're probably going to get is someone like Giroud. Don't get me wrong, Giroud's a good player, but he's too old.
I think he'd bang in goals for us, though. Oh my gosh. I think it really threw off Walsh and Koeman, like that he didn't come. I think it really screwed them over, and they were left, rug pulled out from under them, laying on the floor, wondering what happened. Well, I think that's why we didn't get a striker in. But you know what? It's your job, guys.
You got to have a plan B.
I do think Giroud will be a good player for us. I do, if it happens. All right, next question. From the EFC fan page, EFC_fan_page_. It's a lot of underscores, folks. EFC fan page asks, what system would you play and what would your set starting 11 be?
Goalkeeper, Pickford. Right back, Kenny. Centre backs, Keane and Holgate. Holgate/Jagielka. Left back, Baines. Right mid, Sandro. Two centre mids, Idrissa Gueye. He's got the energy and he can he can be a box-to-box midfielder. I'm going to say something quite interesting here. Gylfi Sigurdsson, right? He played a number 10 role. He got a hero card on FIFA. Guess what position he got it in? It was number 10. So put him in that position. Put him in centre mid. Left mid, Morales. Two strikers, Niassi, Calvert-Lewin. There you go. Your turn.
I mean, that's a really strong 11, to be honest with you, man. That's a strong 11. I don't know if I can compete with that, but I'll do my best. I'm going to start a little bit differently, all right? I'm going to start with the names on the card that have to be there, okay? And then I'll plug in the rest. Pickford, Keane, Baines, Davies, Sigurdsson, Vlasic, Calvert-Lewin. Okay, those are my 7 that need to be in. Okay? So I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. All right? So Pickford at keeper, of course. Baines at left back. Keane center back along with, and I'm going to say Jags because I do think he gives us the best chance to win on Sunday. And I'm also going to say Kenny. This is where it gets tricky, okay? Because I don't know if I want to go with Ghana or Davies in that defensive mid role, okay? Because I have to play Davies somewhere, and I don't think he should be on the right or the left. And I want to play Sigurdsson and that number 10, like you're saying. So I'm going to say, just because I feel like he needs to play right now, Davies covering the back four in that defensive center mid, and Sigurdsson as the other center mid, Vlasic on the left side, Calvert-Lewin up top at striker. So now I just need to go striker and right mid. I don't know if Nias as a starter is a good idea because he's so good off the bench. I almost want to start with someone else. You know? I sort of want to start with Sandro as that other player up top. I think it would either be Sandro or Rooney, if I'm honest. But I think Sandro, just to give us more pace. And on the right, dare I say Lookman or Morales? I really want Lookman, but I think
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna trade and do Lookman for Morales, I reckon.
I'm gonna say Lookman over there. So that should be 11 for both of us.
Yeah.
All right. So now, the next question. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the man with 3 first names is back. Matthew Douglas Elliott. You, sir, are saint amongst men. He asks, are we a club in crisis, or is it just a bad run of games?
Both. Not buying the players, so it looks like we haven't got the capabilities of buying the players. That means we're in a bit of a crisis because we're not being able to buy the players we want. And I don't think the fixtures have helped either. There you go. That's my point.
I'm going to say we're not a club in crisis yet. I mean, that check is in the mail right now, is what it looks like. A bad run of games leads to a club in crisis. You know what I mean? Like, that's their phases, it seems like. And I think we're still in the bad run of games phase. I'm not going to say total crisis yet, okay? Because we're not in the relegation zone yet, and we're still trying to figure out where these players work and how they work, and where they go, you know? So I'm not going to sound the alarms just yet. I think it sucks as a fan right now. It's really agitating and painful to watch these games. It kind of makes you feel like we can only go up from here. But I'm hoping with a little more patience, we will get rewarded. And if not, then that crisis does arrive and Koeman leaves, and then we bring in someone else, and that new someone else is going to through the crisis.
Sorry, bad cough.
I don't know. He said he's gonna take a year off of managing. Ancelotti did. So
don't worry, we'll have Unsworth in for the time.
I think a lot of people though will say it is a club in crisis right now, and it feels awful. It doesn't feel great. So I mean, it's not a black or white question. It's very much a gray question. It's opinion based. And actually, we have a late arriving question from David, who is actually one of the writers on the Toffee Blues site. All right, he does a lot of match previews and everything. Guy's pretty great. He has asked if Haaland come in for Koeman, should Everton let him go? All right, and I think Edward and I both have some pretty strong opinions on this. Edward, you want to start, or you want me to?
Fire away.
I think if Koeman wants to go, let him go. Done. That's my opinion. Because if he's the kind of guy who's already fantasizing about another job before he's finished this one, bye, dude. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. No, really, I want a manager who wants to be here, who gets it, who understands this is a club with history and potential, and a lot can happen. And if you don't want to be here, dude, see ya. I don't know. If Koeman starts thinking about another job, I'm going to get pissed. Yeah, that's what I think. You know? So is that your opinion?
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I think if he's going to be like that, then it's the best for both clubs, isn't it, really? Well, best for both parties, if you think about it. He's obviously not the best manager for the job. If he's too stubborn to change his ways, then, yeah, let him go to Netherlands. Because the system they've got there, he's not buying in any players. He's got a plethora of talent from all over the world, like old and young. He doesn't need to worry about transfer fees and things like that. So the Netherlands job might actually work out well for him. If he doesn't want to be at Everton, fair enough. I think a lot of the fans not happy to see him go, but understandable to see him go, because I feel like a lot of people don't want him to go, but want him to go not because of himself, but because of the club. Really, I think they've got the club's thought at mind in thinking, okay, this guy's not doing great for us. I think we're probably going to have to get rid of him.
Thanks, David. Thanks so much for the question. I'm glad we were able to work it in. It was a little, last shout, but it works. Thanks so much. You're doing great work on the Toffee Blues site, man. Keep it up.
Go check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah. So, that is all for the fans' thoughts. Thank you very much to Elliot, EFC fan page. Don't have a name, sorry. And the man with 3 first names.
You get
Thank
2 thumbs
you
up.
so much to all 3 of you. I'll be writing all 3 of you into my next screenplay somehow. Who will be the villain? What? You act like I don't write. You act like I'm not a filmmaker, man. Come on.
I make videos, so it's kind of similar.
Thanks so much to our contributors. If you're digging the vids, please subscribe, like, comment, so we know who you are, so we can interact, so we can have that connection.
Hit the bell to get notified for when videos do appear on the channel as well. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments so you might get featured on the next video as well.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Check out Edward's channel, by the way.
Please.
James.
Please.
He's busy working up a lot of content for you, so you should all check that out as well. All right, but that's it. No more.
Adios.